the Veda session and how it will spoil our devotional life.
Right.
Like this was discussed from associating with devotees who during their class when they read the Srila Prabhupada and translation and the comment given by Srila Prabhupada and then they elaborate on that. They said it's better to listen to preachers who just give the class without reading the books.
Without reading the books.
Yeah, they don't want Srila Prabhupada's book to be read, the purport and the translation to be read. Just give the class just like that without the books.
Do they have their own Bhagavad Gita?
They say especially listen to preachers who don't have any books, just they don't want Srila Prabhupada's books to be read before elaborating on the things.
Who are these?
There are some devotees who have come across that they are requesting that they are coming and telling that they are told not to associate with devotees who read Srila Prabhupada's purport.
Oh my God. And that's not a good idea. Actually, I'll tell you one of my own realizations. Recently, in some of the temples I'm at, this temple too, that you're reading parts of the Bhagavatam that Prabhupada didn't comment on. And, you know, it's nice. These are all pure, you know, I'm not criticizing. But when I read Prabhupada's purports, or give a class of Prabhupada's purports, I feel like a special connection. I mean, all the other devotees are wonderful, pure devotees, I don't know. But my connection is with Prabhupada. Like I have, I mean, you know astrology at all? You know astrology?
Very little.
Very little? Anyone here know astrology?
Actually, that's
Anyway, so there's something called Lagna. You know about that. So I have Jupiter in his own house in Lagna in Sagittarius. Now, for those of you who don't know what that means, a little astrological knowledge. The Jupiter is Guru. You know what I'm saying? Sagittarius is the archer. Have you ever heard of Sagittarius? Archer. So what that signifies, archer is like Arjuna. He was told to hit the eye of the bird. Remember that story? Everybody else was told, and they were all looking at everything else. But Arjuna didn't see the tree, didn't see the students, didn't see the teacher, didn't even see the bird. He just saw the eye, like that. So that's Sagittarius. You know, the archer, bowman. Not bowman, but bowman. You know, someone, bow and arrow? Yeah, you don't have bows and arrows here. I get the natives, they just use blowguns or something like that. Is that right? Maybe not here. So it's spears. So Sagittarius in the first house, rising sun, Lagna, and in its own sign means very focused on Guru. So I'm very focused on Prabhupada. And when I hear from Prabhupada, I get very enlightened. It's special. I mean, what I like to hear from all the devotees. There's something special. Something special. It's very, very special. So we should be like that, even if we don't have Sagittarius in life. Yeah, our rising sign, maybe, let me pick a real interesting one. Maybe Capricorn. You know about astrology. Means you're a little confused. So anyway, so somehow or other, we focus on the words of the Guru and the association. No, we're never separated. Just like I never separated from Prabhupada. And Prabhupada was never separated from his spiritual master. These internal relationships, not physical relationships, not material relationships, spiritual relationships. So, in the ISKCON movement is in one sense Prabhupada's body. And so, our meditation, I mean, many people can preach and everybody can preach nicely, but our meditation should be on pleasing Prabhupada's mission. Regardless of who our initiating guru is, it's meditation on Prabhupada and his mission. And yes, we should definitely read Prabhupada's purports. It's good. I mean, of course I like reading all the books, even the ones, the later cantos of Bhagavatam. Like nowadays, of course, here in Lotupi, you're reading from the 80th chapter of the 10th canto about Sudama Brahman, so it's nice. But actually, I relish more reading Prabhupada's Krishna book on that particular story. Because that's my connection with Prabhupada. But, and I mean, it's relishable, but I feel something special with Prabhupada. So we should always hear from Prabhupada. And then, also as far as different literatures, we have to be careful. I mean, there's so many different literatures, Vedic literatures, and some of them have been authorized by our acharyas, and some of them have not. It's a very interesting point. Because some of the literatures have not come down in disciplic succession in the pure form, like many of the Puranas. We mentioned this morning in class in the temple, even the Mahabharata has not come down in its pure form. It's been, that's what Srila Acharya says in his book, for Nirnaya. So we have to be careful to accept our knowledge from, in line from Prabhupada. And actually, in the Mahabharata, there's an interesting verse, which Prabhupada quoted, Karkopa Dishta, Shuddhina. You know the verse? No. Some of you should learn verses here. Karkopa Dishta, Shuddhina. That one cannot understand Krishna by argumentation, nor even by studying the Vedas. This is a conversation between Yamaraj and Yudhisthira Maharaj. Very important verse in the Mahabharata, which Prabhupada and the Acharyas quoted often. But only by what? Mahajaniyena Gatasamanta. Some of you may know that. You've heard that verse before. Only by following the footsteps of the Mahatma. Mahajaniyena Gatasamanta. Footsteps. And then we have His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada, who are Mahajan. Like normally you hear about the Dwadasa Mahajans, the Mahajans, like Grandfather Krishna, and the others, Gokuma, Muni, etc. But Prabhupada is actually on that same level. He's Mahajan. Nitya Siddha devotee sent down by Krishna. And so, so we are dependent on Prabhupada. No matter who else is there, we're dependent on Prabhupada. We should never lose sight or forget that particular point. So read Prabhupada's purports. I mean, even when today I was reading the Bhagavad Gita, I've been in the movement for oh my God, I can't remember how many years, like 58 years, before anyone here in this place was born, except for some of you older people. Isn't it? I mean, who here was in this world in the present body 58 years ago? Anybody? Oh, you were? 61? You're 60. You were like 2 years old. You were basically in nappies at that time. Right? So, anyway, so 58 years and I'm still reading the Bhagavad Gita. Why? Why do I read the Bhagavad Gita? Because I learn so much each time I read it. I'm reading Prabhupada's purports too. And I learn, so each time I read it, I learn new things from Prabhupada. Prabhupada's purports are understandable on many different levels. You can actually go through each sentence and give a whole class of each sentence in Prabhupada's purport, because there's very, very deep realization. It's not just repeating the acharyas, it's Prabhupada's deep realization. Or Prabhupada would often say is purports was ecstatic manifestation. In other words, Prabhupada's purports are his ecstasy, symptoms of ecstasy, and you will experience symptoms of ecstasy. So yes, we should never neglect Prabhupada's purports. You know, don't just read the verses, read the purports too. Read the purports. Anyway, so I enjoyed Bhagavad Gita. Today I was reading from the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So many nice verses. Oh my God. So many nice verses. Apareya Nikas Tvanyam Pratim Vedi Melikaram Jiva Bhuta Mahabhava Eyedam Varite Jagat. Verse? Apareya Nikas Tvanyam. Besides this, Bhumirapo Adaro Ayukam. No. Besides these material elements, there's another element which is us. Apareya Nikas Tvanyam. There's another one. Operator, there's something transcendental, and that is Jiva Buddha. That's us. And in his purport, Prabhupada actually talks specifically how we have forgotten Krishna. We were originally with Krishna, we've forgotten Krishna. So many people have an opinion. Were we originally with Krishna, or were we created? The Prabhupada makes it very clear. So his opinion stands supreme. Yeah, good question. Who else has a question?